Connecting. There you go. You can say hello to Rose now, who'll
Hi,
be the one
Rose.
Hi,
watching.
Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Love you.
Lovely, very nice. So we're going to explore love. We've explored our theme on the first one was truth, and we've worked then with strength, and we're going to work on love. So looking at what's true to us and really investigating what truth means to us in our bones, in our blood, in our thoughts, and in our spirits. Moving into strength, to use strength to carry our truth, and then with strength and truth, I feel we need the love and everything that love comes with to enable us to carry our truth with the strength that we've got, so we can be in a mode of really connecting into a expression and a feeling of love and everything that comes with it. For me personally, it brings in this a sense of great compassion, and also like a sense of major unconditional self-love. And that's for me about belief as well, believing truly in yourself without reservation. To me, believing in myself is a big massive act of self-love, as well as all the other parts of it as well, looking after yourself and taking time to just have that cozy couple of hours in, and also share that with other people, allow other people to be looked after as well. Looking after self and others is a big thing about love for me. Looking after self and others. And it might not be the same for everybody else. It might be completely different for everybody else. And we're going to go through the elements with it. So maybe through each of the elements, we'll pick up so many different aspects of love. And love is definitely something that's infinitely bards and poets and songwriters and even writers of beautiful literature who are looking to express love in so many different ways, and it always is that nobody's ever quite got to the gist of it, because it in itself is a great mystery. If we really got to the answer of love, then just like everything else that we get to the definition of, we almost take away its power and life. When we find a definition of something and we define something, we take away its ability to grow and to really thrive and be more of an organic thing. So it's great that we can go into a shamanic journey with it, because it could essentially be the never ending journey. And a wonderful feeling journey as well.
I've just written down the idea of I want to look up the definition of live, because I wonder how many different definitions there is for the word, and how many sort of interpretations and
Let me
you
just
know different.
Google it. Shall we see what Google says?
Yeah.
What is love, Google? Love encompasses, this is Wikipedia. Love encompasses a range of strong and positive emotional and mental states, from the most sublime virtue or good habit, the deepest interpersonal affection, to the simplest pleasure. When we say simplest pleasure, it makes me think of the times when we sit and say, I love a Mars bar. Oh, I'd love a Mars bar right now. We use love so often to express um, things very simply. Have I frozen again? Everybody else is frozen.
It did for like half a second, but you're back for me.
Glynis,
Same.
what did you say that you loved today? If you got up today, what did you say that you loved today?
Um, my kids.
I love my kids. Brilliant.
I love the question and
Anybody
the
else?
voice.
What have you said you love today, Rob?
Um, me.
Yes.
Sorry, I know that's really, but yeah, yeah, just how far I've come in these past few years, and how much work I've put in. I'm starting to see it show so often, and it's lovely, and that I've done the work, and that I'm reaping the benefits. I didn't expect that
Lovely.
to happen again, so it's lovely.
I love me. Yes. It's great.
I always say to my kids, like the phrase, like "love you to the moon and back" or "love you to the stars" to try and sort of describe how much
Yeah.
love that I've got for them, and I say it back. So that's nice.
Yeah, so we can like start to say the word love and then add more to it to try and define the kind of love. And almost when you say to the moon and back, it also engages the imagination of the person who's receiving that. So it turns it into a metaphor already. So when you tell your children you love them to the moon and back, you're sending them on a journey. Because they're immediately going to pause and go, oh, I wonder what it's like to go to the moon and back. And they're going on a little shamanic journey there. Hmm. Kate, how about you?
It's on mute. Sam and I used to do a very similar thing with the moon and back thing. Um, I would say I love you lots and lots and a huge amount and a colossal amount, and Sam would add all these words that would be colossal. She would couldn't pronounce the H, so she would say humongous amount and a ginormous amount, and so we would be basically using loads of adjectives, but and just saying how much we loved each other like that. So yeah,
Hmm. So we'll go on a journey to connect to the source of love. And in so many ways, it's such a personal journey and such a personal connection that I'd really love you all to come back and share an expression of your connection to the source of love, or even your journey to the source of love. Where does it begin? Does it begin? Is it eternal? What's the feeling of actually connecting to the. And so to do it, my connection there just went a bit unstable, so I'll wait for it to come back. There we go. So to do this, I'd like you to focus on nothing other than the journey to the source of love. And imagine that you're getting into some kind of vehicle or in which nothing else can disturb your one pointed focus on this journey to the source of love. So, should any other distracting thoughts that aren't helping you on this journey to the source of love come up, just reinforce your capsule that you're traveling in to get to the source of love, and see where this takes you. So, let me get the drum. Engage your imagination hugely as well. Bring up all of the poems and colours and shapes of love that you can pick up on the way as well. And so just begin to ground and relax yourself. Prepare yourself for this journey. This is allow your body just to let go and become relaxed, centered, and present. Be present with all of the feelings that you currently have in your body, your connection to the seat beneath you, maybe what you've got in front of you and behind you and to the sides of you. Being present in this exact moment. Breathing softly and gently. begin to engage your awareness of non-ordinary reality, beginning with your journey perhaps to the tree which is going to lead you on that journey to the source, for the source of love, beginning now. So come back from your journey and make a few notes. Write down your experience. Your time is nearly up. The harp has harped on. Make this part of your journal entry. Make it the theme of your first connection with love, and from this place we'll begin to explore through the elements. Almost make an ode to love at the start of this 4-week cycle.
Is your harp a new toy?
No, I've had a harp for ages. Kate, you haven't seen the extent of the instruments that I've got.
I can imagine.
3 harps.
Your sound is really on and off. Yeah, it's really on and off tonight.
You played a harp on the back of it in the violin. I know it went off during the journey as well. One of my harps is a chair that you sit on the chair. Another harp is a Middle Eastern harp. And then I've got this traditional Celtic harp.
Beautiful.
How was everybody's journey with to the source of love?
Mine was amazing.
We're going to journey with fire for love, and that's our first element for every cycle. So let's consider fire as the element which creates, sustains, and also transforms. So love has moved. I wrote a poem like when I was in my 20s, something about love has moved me, it has changed and grown me, love has broken me down, love will make me again. And I guess that was me expressing how I felt that love would create you, sustain you, and transform you, particularly as a fire. As a fire, the element of fire with love is fire can consume and cover the shape of anything that it touches. So the minute fire touches something, it will absolutely engulf the shape of it. But it will also create heat for something. So it creates the fire triangle. It brings life and energy into whatever it touches. But it also does transform and destroy. In transformation, there is destruction and there is breaking down. But then there's also the sustaining part of it as well. And do we consider that those 3 parts of fire with love are everlasting? So maybe there's an everlasting track of love which is creating. Maybe there's an everlasting path of love which is sustaining. And there's an everlasting path of love which is transforming. Or maybe there is a journey across that, a crossroads where love comes out to create, then love sustains, and then love transforms and destroys and starts again. There's so much to look at with the fire of that, and let's consider as well the different aspects of fire. There is the mundane fire which we use with matches and candles. There is spiritual fire which comes from great flashes of spiritual insight and spiritual enflamement. And there is also the fire of electricity, a great spark of generating electricity and locomotion, movement with fire. There are also different levels of fire to look at. You've got fire of creativity and inspiration, and I'm going back over what I've just said really with this point. But there's also then the fire of warmth and heat that comes out to others, and then there's the internal combustion of fire. So we can go anywhere with any of these thoughts. And the purpose of me giving out this explanation and this discourse on fire and love is to hopefully resonate on some level with your subconscious, and that level of resonance is going to make itself appear and apparent within the journey. So at this point as well, I'll open the discussion to all of you to share any of your thoughts about fire and how it could resonate with love, so that perhaps can be shared with everyone else in the group as well to get us going. What do you think?
You broke up a little bit there. So are you asking us to talk about our thoughts around love through fire?
Yeah, just like your thoughts about fire, because the purpose of having a conversation about fire and the different levels and qualities and aspects of it is that hopefully it's going to resonate at some point in your subconscious and flick a button or an inspiration that's going to help you on your journey. It's going to shape your journey. So as I've done a kind of thought about fire, I'm going to we can open up the. Am I here?
Kind of. It's going like really slow, and you're sounding very Dalek-y.
I'm going to type it in. Hang on.
It seems settled now, though. It seems to have settled.
Yeah, I got the gist from what you said.
There you go. Please share your thoughts about fire.
It makes me think of passion. It makes me think of that, you know, when you first meet someone and fall in love, that consuming aspect of it, which I find very scary and I'm very nervous of going back to. So it actually brings up for me feelings of nervousness. It brings up feelings of it being almost addictive, you know, and a bit that sort of maybe slightly darker side of love, you know, that it can be unwieldy and a bit scary.
What the darker side of love and the consuming aspect of the fire of love, that passion which consumes and overwhelms and can take you over and burn you up with love. Yeah,
and also burn you out. You know, it can, like, oh, he's gone again.
Burn you out.
Yeah. Just, you know, I remember my last relationship, and it was very sexually compatible, very sparky, but at the same time left me very empty. Like, it ended after 11 months because we just burnt out so fast because it was too much fire, too much passion.
Hello. It's Neil there. I don't know if you can hear me better than Neil. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, you're coming through fine.
All right. So it automatically makes me think of warmth and heat because, like, my daughter's called Summer because the warmth and heat for me is love, and my mermaid name is Cyrus, which also means the sun. And I just think when you go to bed with someone that you love, like, you don't need like an electric blanket, or you can have a thinner blanket because you've got warmth in the bed off each other. So it's like when you give each other a cuddle, it's warmth that you bring in with each other. So the opposite side of that is cold, and feeling cold can make us feel sad and make us feel alone. So just that's for me a very simple way of just like looking at love, and the when you sit around a fire, the warmth you get, and you feel love when you sat in front of the fire and getting that warmth from the fire.
That's really interesting because I sometimes think of
Fabulous. Thank
coolness as
you.
being soothing. I think of love as being overwhelming, and coolness and being alone as being soothing and gentle. Yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Kate, any thoughts on fire?
Yeah, well, for me, fire is all about. Sorry, Spuddy's here and he's moving about. um, ah, and love is. Sorry, fire is to me all about creativity. For me, it's about expressing myself creatively, and so for me, my creative side is not just with, like, obviously Jimmy and Sam, and how I can express my love for them, and the ways in which I do think up to express my love for them, but the same with nature in particular, and the things that I do for nature to express my love, to be creative. And a lot of it is just stuff like picking up litter, or clearing away for wilder plants to go that are being dominated by others and stuff like that. So it's about what I'm inspired to do to express my love, and what my expressions of love are, for a variety of different things.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Beautiful articulation of that fiery love. So what I'd like us all to be aware of when we go on our next journey is that we're going to have a fire guide. There's going to be our fire guide, and you may already know who your guide is for the fire cycle when we go into fire things, but follow your guide for fire through love and ask them to reveal to you the blessings and the burdens of fire through love, and don't expect any literal answers, but expect an experience and a journey through their response, and follow them wherever they take you. So as always, start by going to your tree, and then just send out the kind of intention that your fire spirit is going to come and join you and take you on this journey of the blessings and burdens of love. Allow fire to present this to you. Okay. Make sure you're sitting comfortably, fully inspired for this journey. We've circled around ourselves and expressed everything that we need to before we go into it, and now we're ready. So here we go. coming back and journal on your journey there. One needs to tune in.
I wonder if I might share. I've got another Zoom thing at 8 o'clock.
Go for it, Rob.
Is that all
We're
right? 'Cause
ready.
I might jump off, not to be rude.
Yeah.
And I'll catch up with other people's. I know. Yeah. I'm sad to miss other people's shares, but mine was. So usually my guide through fire is a lion,